Welcome back, 2018 NXL Europe Shot Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Nick Sloviak. We're very happy to have Kirill Britny from Moscow Red Legion up here to call this semifinal match. Let's get a look here at how these teams got here. You can see Impact and the Tontons and Heat and Expendables. That's the semifinals. Impact had to defeat PP Arena Pilsen. That was a pretty good game for them. The Tontons, they took down Joy Division as Joy Division had made it out of that wild card match with the Amelia Red Storm. On the other side of that bracket, Moscow Red Legion taking down 5-star Lieda, and then they got to the Expendables, end up losing that match, so the Expendables move on to play Heat. So, but before we get into that breakdown.
Yes. Let's talk to you about who's bringing this match to you, and that is Empire Paintball with their EVS goggles system. EVS goggles with their unparalleled view, breathability, and protection. You can go to empirepaintball.com to check out the EVS goggles system.
Unparalleled view?
Unparalleled view.
So Kirill, talk to me. I understand. I apologize. I know you guys just took a loss and it means a lot to you, but you've been doing this a long time. You know, you're a pro out here. A little bit about that Expendables match. You guys went up a point on them first, and then they came back, and I mean, it just
they took the tactical initiative. Yeah, because like our main job was to prevent them sending a person to the central bunker. Mm-hmm. That was a small kid, the only one who's not from Dynasty, and he was doing like a he was doing a really great job in the first match against us in the prelims. Mm-hmm. And that was their game breaker against us. So we knew that we need to somehow find a counter against this move. We found the counter. But in the end, we didn't know what to do after we found this counter. Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
And once again, strategically, Expendables played us over. They started to send him to the different directions, and it pays off in the end. Yeah, so up to me in the middle of the match when we got this 2-1 initiative against them, they started to send this guy to different positions, and we didn't have the ready combination to play against that.
What do you think, Kirill? What do you think about this other matchup here in the semifinals with Impact and Tontons? You obviously are very familiar with the Tontons.
Yeah.
And you're very familiar with Impact. You played against them for years.
They have equal chances right now because, like, as far as I know, Impact are not having Bart over here.
No Bart, no.
They also don't have Justin over here. Mm-hmm. Goldman is damaged. Mm-hmm. So Tontons, with their with addition of Americans from AC Dallas, they show up a pretty solid game, pretty good defensive and control game, and actually Impact showing all the same strong features right now. Yeah, so those are two equal teams that can easily play each other, and there might be like a really good matchup with not a big spread of points for sure. But Tontons need to be aware of a fantastic shooting of the break from the Impact, because Impact sometimes can kill like 2 or 3 people off the break. Tontons just need to be aware of that stupid kills of the break.
Well, and also, and we've all been here before, but sometimes when you have a rough prelims, because Impact did not coast through the prelims. They had struggles in most of their matches.
It's good. In the end, it's always good because you learn. If you just coasting through the prelims, you never learn anything. Maybe sometimes. But right now, this league over here is much more competitive than the league last year with all the Americans once again, with Americans playing for another teams once again. Mm-hmm. So, prelims shows nothing in the end.
As long as you get those wins, right?
Yeah,
as long as you're putting wins up on the board. And also, Nick, as far as how the field's been playing, we're really starting to see more bodies flooding into that mini wall on the D side of the field.
Yeah.
Obviously, the D side is very strong. We've been watching lots of heroic performances from certain players and teams, but we're also starting to see a lot of good counterpunch play on the snake side. We saw, obviously, Malloy for your team, and he's one of the best in the business at the counterpunch, having really good points coming through on this side of the field.
Exactly. That's actually the logics of this field, because T-Bag or Dorito side is giving you at least 3 directions for attack. And shooters cannot predict where exactly you're going to go. So teams must take risks over there because in the end, it's going to pay off a lot. All at the same time, if you lose the front attacker, it means nothing because you will not have a counter-attack straight ahead over there because people are going to be aware of the central bunker that can also be sneaky taken and then having a good control over the T-Bag side. And when you teach the opponents that, hey, guys, we're attack T-Bags, we're attack T-Bags, we're attack T-Bags, get the snake.
And that's that counterpunch that we're talking about. And also the counterpunch through the center is interesting because some teams are sending just like always, some teams really like to go to that center off the break. You got really good shots on both sides to keep those attackers from moving up the field. It's definitely a key thing. But then if you, like you were doing that great, going and taking that guy out of that spot.
Recognizing him, taking him off.
How a lot of people at home wondering exactly. Well, we'll actually get to that because I'm sure we're going to see it. So here we go. First point. Impact on your screen. Taking on the Toulouse Tontons. And on the break, aggressive breakout here for Impact as they send Keith Brown to the snake. And he's going to wrap around. More conservative breakout for the Tontons. It looks like Axel.
Axel, the first G against the snake.
And that was Nick Laval. And Nick Laval, though, I think did somebody from his own team shoot him in the back of the head right now?
No. It's a shot through the bunker construction.
Okay. And it looks like he's going to come off. So Laval dying out of that spot.
It's 4-4 right now. But Impact are having the field advantage with the snake and with the snake corner right now.
Yeah, you can see Keith Brown right there on your screen. He's in the 50 snake.
Is he at the 50 snake? Yeah, but it means nothing so far. Right now, actually, Tontons need to fight to take the snake or the corner. Okay, Impact has the advantage right now at both sides of the field, both corners.
Yeah, Justin Cornell filling out to the Dorito corner for Edmonton Impact. As we pan over to the Tauntaun side of the field, you can see they have Danner and Dorito 1.
Yeah, the bad part that Tauntons are having right now, they don't want to move down the T-back side, but there is only one guy back center is holding them. So the only chance for them to get the counter game against the Impact is to move on the T-back side, but Danner right now is just playing against the Snake, and it is useless because Snake 50 can't see his move from T-back 1 to the T-back 2.
You're right, and then the one thing, obviously, with Axel Gaudin getting shot for the Tauntons off the break, I could probably say, I think you would agree that he's probably their most aggressive attacker.
Exactly.
Well, looks like Matt Jackson filling out wide here on the snake side.
He just got called out by the ref.
Did he?
Yeah,
he's fine. He's fine.
Oh, I don't know. The referee in there checking him out. See if Matt Jackson's able to make that fill. Yeah, he is fine. So
okay, that's the AC Dallas game. That's what Tauntons were missing a lot.
Yeah, that's just such a big pickup for the Tauntons. It's interesting, though, because you guys did a similar thing with Tauntaun players.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's grab a couple of these guys and hold it down while we bring the young kids up. And so Tauntaun's stealing a page out of the Russian Legion book right there, bringing over the Americans, TJ Danner and Matt Jackson.
And that's actually was a big surprise because, like, Tavares was saying that they really want to make, like, only French team. But then in the end, they decided to...
I heard the same thing. And then at the last minute, because we got the info that they were coming over maybe a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
I didn't know till we got here. I was like, wait, what?
Okay, Tauntons even the situation. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, using Gravelon. And Kirill, I think Gravelon's had a really good weekend.
He is. Okay, now there is an advantage. Okay.
Yeah, Gravelon getting that crossfield shot on.
3 right now. Yeah, all what Gravelon needs to do right now. Okay, wow, that's max. Okay, it's 3-on-2. Right now they need to be aware of Black Mamba at the Snake 50. That's it, because he is a big killer in such kind of a low body situations.
Keith Brown at the 50-yard line, Snake, and Gravelon must know he's there, but body's getting whittled down.
Okay, now there is only Keith. Oh, no,
JC faking us out.
Still there, okay.
Yeah, JC on your screen just made that move on the 50, but here comes Gravelon. Gravelon's going to run down Keith, and Gravelon, and looks like Keith's going to get a minor penalty. That's going to take JC out, so this first point should go to the Tauntons. Pretty good start for the Tauntons here.
They didn't lose anybody off the break, and then made a smart moves with the AC people. And then Max used this chance when everybody stopped shooting at him and made a nice job.
And that's what I've been seeing out of Gravelon. Gravelon, more often than not, I haven't really seen him die in a bad situation where he's made a bad move. Like, oh, what were you thinking, kid? Haven't seen that out of him all weekend long. Yeah, he's got shot out of his bunker. Everyone's going to get shot out of here. That's not the issue. The issue is when do you die? Yeah,
and in the end, you're also talking about the majority of points. Yeah, if you get shot like in 10 points, like twice, it's okay. It's a matter of the risk and the matter of the usability of you in the game.
It's just so great, and Kirill, you could probably, it's having a guy in front of you that's always alive, that's in the spot he's supposed to be in.
It motivates you so much and gives you much more chances to feel better in the game.
So now first point here with the Expendables fielding in Houston Heat. Expendables doubling up that back center, Nick.
Yeah, a move that seems to be
I wonder how he gets shot, because like we were making the shot against this guy running into the center from the T-back side semi position, but but Heat were not using the zone. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't see is possibly if the back center was shooting, stepped out and shot over the wing off the break.
Towards from a snake side, right?
Yeah. When I was watching to see if Nico got pulled, and he does now, Fedorov fills out to the Dorito side, so one body down for both teams. Although ref, going to go check out Blake Yarber.
No, Blake is a lucky bastard. he just runs through the paint.
Yeah, Blake has been having a really good weekend on the D side here. This is a tailor-made D side for Blake Yarber. So Blake's still alive. He's at D2 for the Expendables. Ryan Greenspan right beside him at a spot you were playing a lot, Kirill, in that stand-up temple.
Yeah. And then funny stuff that Heat guys, two of them got bounced almost off the break, and both at this temple towards the T-back side.
Yeah, Mishka now making his way into the tall wedge.
Yeah, but he can't see. And he made it. because this wing can't see this move. Yeah, Misha was supposed to make this move much earlier. Oh, wow. Okay, and Ryan got shot.
Mishka makes that. Mishka getting the running shot on Ryan. That was a beautiful job by Mishka and Blake. So Blake and Ryan Greenspan coming off that D side. Mishka clocking in for Houston Heat, trying to get this point on the board for them. They have the body advantage. Just 2 players left alive for the Expendables. Marcelo Margot trying to get out wide on the snake side.
Okay, it's still on 3 because we got the good defense players.
Here comes Yosh Rao. No one's picked him up. Yosh Rao is going to go. Did he just get picked up? He's going to come through on that side. Does he trade out or does he get him clean? Trades out.
So 2-on-1, Chad Boucher and Konstantin Fedorov against Marcelo Margot.
Well, we already saw Marcelo in a similar situation.
Against us.
Yeah.
And he pulled it.
Did he? I thought he bounced.
Who?
Was it Polnikov?
Polnikov.
Yeah.
I think he bounced him.
Guys, when a person runs and sees only your ass without the gun, it means when you look other side, it doesn't matter if it bounced or not. You're done. That's it.
What did you guys say to Polnikov after that? That was a frustrating one for you. But look at this though, as Marcelo is trying to ask the refs for a call on that one. He made all the way to the other side of the field, and Fedorov's like,
Fedorov's like, you didn't even hit me, dude. Interesting.
So nice point here, close point. Marcelo making it interesting at the end, but Chad Boucher and Konstantin Fedorov still alive to put the first point on the board here for Houston Heat.
Great semifinals so far.
Yeah.
That shows the level of the league right now.
Yeah, people were asking me about that after the prelims. They're like, okay, seriously, this is off camera. Like, how legit is it with some of these younger teams coming in? I said, look, to be honest, if you go back and watch some of those games, like, yeah, there's some blowouts, but there was some upsets. There were some really good teams out here, some of the younger up-and-coming teams that looked really good. And here you can see on the replay, Yosh stops there, decides to go the opposite way, so running into the gun here. But I think he got put in from that back corner bunker on the snake side, and he had to go that route. Takes out Mishka, which put Marcelo in a 1-on-2. Marcelo then made a dynamic move all the way to the other side to try to catch Fedorov sleeping, but wasn't able to get the shot on him.
Here we go. Second point now between the Tontons on your screen in the black and orange and Edmonton Impact. Tontons on the breakout. Axel Gaudin up and across into the mini wall bunker. Nick Lavaldo
G1,
shoots him.
Maybe G2 for Impact.
Got each team losing a body.
Yeah, 4-and-4 again. Almost same positions. Keith is the snake. Yeah, Keith has the snake, 50 again. And up, and Tontons didn't know about this. Yeah, because no, up, and another kill.
Yeah, Keith Brown 2-pack from the 50-yard line here on the snake side of the field. Wraps around, gets a third. Keith Brown making it look pretty beautiful over here, and he does get clipped out, but not before he shot 3 bodies, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do as a front player. I mean, that's ideal right there. Get your front player in, get him into the key spot. Yeah. No one knows he's there. He gets his kill across field. That's why it's tough. Yes, this is a hard snake. This is not the easiest snake in the world because a lot of the action goes down on the D side, so a lot of times you're playing counterpunch paintball over here.
Exactly. And it looks like Keith is having this time right now.
So Impact going to tie it up here with the Tontons. And Houston Heat coming back out to play their next point against the Expendables.
And they sent out the second squad right now. Wonder how this active squad and not super experienced squad gonna work against Dynasty in such kind of a situation.
Well, Nico Hyde had a couple really good points for him over on the D side of the field. San Monville has helped win a 2-on-4. Again, that's 2 tournaments in a row that San Monville's helped pull off a 2-on-4.
This is Ronnie, Ryan Moorhead, Devin Stewart, Sam Monville, and Sergey.
Okay.
Sergey, yeah.
And
Sergey's been playing really well.
yeah, Moorhead's had some really good points too. So now it looks like they're going to try to risk the body out wide with Dizon on the D side for Houston Heat. 5 bodies alive for Heat.
Yeah, they shoot Matty Kling trying to make his way over here to the snake corner. Ryan Greenspan got a secondary up to the Dorito Tower. Houston Heat in the Dorito corner. Dorito 1, back center snake can, and the snake insert. 1 body advantage for Heat, and the Houston Heat has the lead. Sergey gonna have to dive into the mini Dorito, looking to make a move up the center.
Yeah, because right now the best part is to go into the center.
Referee's going to check out Ryan Moorhead, and he is clean, so still 5 bodies alive for Heat.
I actually like the dynamics that refs are showing right now. I haven't seen it for many years, since NXL 2006 or so.
So you like what you're seeing?
I like what I see, yeah.
But why, though? Define that for me.
Huh?
Like, why, though? Why do you like what you're seeing?
Because refs are reacting on almost every situation when players are making like this move, right? Because in US, the first event in Las Vegas, refs were like
not running in to make the call?
Yeah. Guys were like, maybe, yeah.
So you like the fact that the referees out here are being proactive and running in?
Exactly.
So right now, looks like Sergey. So
he's at the center, where he's supposed to be, where he has the advantage.
A little tactical retreat for Ryan Greenspan, gets out of the wedge, comes back into the temple.
Yeah, trying to slow the roll of Ryan Izan, who's now in the Dorito 3 for Houston Heat. You can see him there on your screen. Greenspan making that move back, trying to prevent him.
He will block. But the stuff is that actually Marcelo from this can is doing all the same job. So right now they're just doubling up the barrels. But it's gonna make the job for Ronnie much harder. Yeah.
Yeah, look for Ryan Moorhead. I expect him to move up and trying to push Ronnie from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2.
I just wonder why no one is making the bounce shots in this central construction, because you can make a perfect bounce shot off the lower parts and it will go right there.
Do you think they know that Sergey's there?
They know. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, why shoot a bounce shot when you can just...
Exactly.
Yosh comes through and gets 2. Yosh Rao with a huge move up the center for the Expendables, and he is pointing at the referee. He's actually pointing at Sergey. He's yelling at Sergey saying, hey, dude, you spun on me. Well, regardless, though, Yosh made the move. Beautiful 2-pack on the run-through.
And no calls by the referees at all.
I tell you that refs on the T-back side are much more experienced than the refs at the snake side, because those are the guys from Russian Division Paintball, and they have their own squad. They have the desire. They love to do this job, actually.
So it looks like Marcelo was able to make it off of that Rao move into the snake. You're looking on your screen at the 2 players on the Houston Heat side of the field. It's actually 3 bodies still alive for Heat versus 3
It's 3 on 3.
Yeah, 3 on 3.
3 on 3.
3 on 3, but the advantage is got to go at least on the snake side with Marcelo in here. But I don't think they have much of an advantage.
The situation is equal, because right now Heat got the T-back side, and T-back side is much stronger because of the snake. You must be really technical and aware. And all at the same time, Heat guys are having the corners. So
the big thing there, the caveat there, is if somehow they can get a shot on Stewart in this back corner bunker from Heat, then that will allow Marcelo a lot of breathing room.
Yeah, to crawl all the way down. Yeah.
Blake Yarber is going to ghost back and get to the back bunker on the D side, playing defense over there, trying to let Marcelo go to work. Ryan Moorhead repositions out of D2 into D1. Here comes Blake. He launches from the back corner up into D2 on the D side. You can see their top left-hand portion of your screen, and as we pan over, there is mirrored up with him Ryan Moorhead, who's actually going to move forward now as Dizon getting shot.
Dizon getting shot.
But
and that's it.
Yeah, and Moorhead, that leaves just Devin Stewart in the back corner bunker, so the Expendables continuing to make it interesting out here.
It's Not interesting. It's magical. It's magical.
They still got to finish off Devin Stewart. He's still alive there on the right-hand side of your screen, trying to hang tough, but he's about to get run down and some pain on his back here as he gets chicken winged by Marcelo.
There was no sense of shooting that much.
Well, maybe he just doesn't like him. We actually talked about that with Malloy, with Alexander.
Yeah,
he came around to 50 and he
and
had
gave a
Maddie's
nice shot in his
shot.
back. Of
Yeah.
course, you're a professional. Come on.
Hey, not disagreeing with you. Just this is part of the game. Some guys like to do that. Some guys don't. You learn very quickly who's going to be nice and who's not.
Well, yeah, and you always remember those names because when it happens to you, you turn around and you watch the guy
You
walk
know.
off. You're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna remember because I'm gonna pump you up the next chance I get.
And that's the best part of paintball because like you don't need to punch anybody. You don't need to put like a stick in his fucking legs.
Yeah.
you just.
Yeah, you just get to just tenderize his back.
Yeah,
So let's watch this beautiful move from Yoshral. Yoshral comes up, catches Sergey sleeping.
No, Ryan
Sergey-
was not looking this way. Yeah, Sergey turned around.
Sergey lucky he didn't get a penalty there, and here comes Rao as they're trying to adjust, and Rao continues. It's just a beautiful run through two-pack for Yoshral. That was the move that blew that point open for the Expendables.
I'm still blown away that there was no penalty called on Sergey. That was a spin if I've ever seen one.
That was a spin, yeah. Yeah,
But
Tontons right now need not to let Keith to the snake.
Yeah, Keith's been highly aggressive over here for Edmonton Impact. He was the MVP
Okay,
in
there's
Vegas.
a G1 on the impact side.
Yeah, Brandon
don't
Cornell.
have a corner at the T-back side. And Axel is making an aggressive moves out there, and he's alive with the bounce.
So Axel getting a little lucky. You know, did just get lucky?
G2?
Yeah, Justin
Yeah.
Cornell. So both Cornells come off here from the D side for Impact, and they're doubled up in that back center bunker. They immediately get Rainey out of that spot, though. Rainey smart, knows that he cannot stay alive. 3 on 5, doubling
And
up
from
that back
this
center.
temple, he can block really well the T-back side. That's a smart move.
Well, here comes Maxim Gravelon. So
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, he shot. That's a penalty. Come on, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. And that's a big difference because, like, I'm not saying anything against the Impact, but that's Impact kind of feel that refs are giving them sometimes like easy calls. Right now, Stranjak just felt that he got shot and has always kept playing. But over here with the tournament paint with refs that are really eager to ref equally and how's it fair enough? Yeah, you have no chances to play like that.
And that puts Impact down now 2-1.
No, it's 2-2 actually.
Is it 2-2?
Yeah, it is 2-2.
Was it 2-2? It's 2-1. Favor
2-1?
of Tontons.
Okay, so
yeah.
Tontons speak the first point, then I lost. Okay,
Yeah, 2-1. Tontons up on Impact, and then tie game right now with Houston Heat in the Expendables. Expendables now going to be on your right-hand side, and Houston Heat on your left. 6 minutes and 55 seconds left, so some longer points here. It's taking some of this time off the clock. Let's see who gets the advantage off the break, and it's Houston Heat struggling. It's Konstantin Fedorov getting
Come
shot.
on, struggling. Blake just struggled, but Houston lost 2 players off the break. Blake is making some gun fixing right now because he just took a
Core sample.
core sample.
Oh yeah, took barrel right in the in the ground.
Yeah. I hopefully Blake is fine because usually when you make a core sample, you punch yourself with a tank. Hopefully he's fine.
Well, Matty Kling is alive as he got shot out early, first couple points, but he played really, really well for the Expendables up in that center. Still needs a little work on the Snake side as far as mental decisions, but man, he played really solid for him up the middle, and he's at that spot right now and on your screen. And there is the back line. You can see there Blake in D1 with that core sample that he took, trying to get that mud out of his gun and trying to get his gun fixed. Still Greenspan and Rao right behind him. Margot also still alive.
Yeah, Matty Kling playing the Doritos side of the center 50 structure, looking for any angle he can get to try and wrap around and get a shot on the back center or on the Snake can of Heat. You see the lineup there for the Expendables on your screen. Blake Yarber still doing surgery on his gun in the Dorito 1. He's got Ryan Greenspan next to him.
But he has time. He has enough time. I love so much how the Expendables guys are working together at the snake side. Like
Oh.
nice reposition and correct moves. Everything is correct and on
Yosh
time.
does get shot making that
He
move.
does get shot?
Yeah,
he
Yosh
got
got
By the
shot.
back center.
Yeah, he tried to get out wide and just got clipped right as he was sliding in.
Yeah, he was supposed to actually oh, wow. Magic turned around.
Ryan Greenspan gets shot heads up by Mishka.
Yeah, but now Blake is in the game with half a barrel.
Oh, he only has half his barrel on right
Just
now?
a half of a
Well,
barrel.
you'll hear it
Yeah.
when he starts to shoot.
Yeah,
Go for
well,
it.
I mean, you only need
Yeah,
that
and
back
right
end
now
to
Marcelo,
accelerate.
first of all, Chad will try to get into the corner in such kind of a situation, and Marcelo actually supposed to block him out. And
Well-
Blake just needs to find a good moment to keep the move at the T-back side, because only one barrel right now is at him, crossfield.
Well, Houston Heat, the 3 players left alive for them, done a good job of evening up this body count, but it is going to help for the Expendables that Blake at least has somewhat of a working gun now, even if he only has half a barrel. You only need the back end of that barrel to accelerate the paintballs, but it's just still not ideal.
And come closer.
Yeah, you got to get closer. If you only have half a barrel, you got to get closer. And right now he's in D1.
Marcelo, what? Come on,
Well, I think Marcelo, they're trying to do the bounce shot on Marcelo right now.
because it was not a ball, but there was like some shells coming into his face. And I would say that refs in US might gonna give you a penalty for that, but refs over here can see that. Yeah.
Look at this, though. It looks like Mishka
Yeah,
getting shot out of
getting
his
shot.
spot.
Yeah,
Think
by Marcelo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Marcelo clocking in for the Expendables here. He's at the 50-yard line, trying to save this point,
And
Ah.
Chad Boucher gets a shot on Blake Yarber.
making it interesting here. It's now 2-on-2. Better field position here for the Expendables. Matty Kling still alive at the center 50.
Yeah, look, Blake is going to pick up his barrel. Sucks.
So right now,
there is a good chance for the central guy to edge and make a kill on Boucher, because like this can is not so comfortable to play at.
Marcelo wants to go.
Yeah, and now it's a good time to.
Oh, did Chad? Oh, I thought Chad might have got shot by. Oh, but
Bounces
Chad
him.
gets the shot on Marcelo. Nice work by Chad Boucher to win a gunfight here against Marcelo Margot. Now Chad gets out wide. It's just Matty Kling left alive in that center, and he just has checked over and saw Marcelo walking off.
Oh no, and that's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Oh, no penalty assessed
Well,
though,
I don't-
Kirill.
was that from the old hit?
That was from Marcelo because actually Chad asked for a check, but refs kept him clean.
Well,
Wow, that
That
was
was
a fantastic point.
That was a very
Nico
entertaining
Hyde gonna
point.
pull it out.
So Nico Hyde continuing to play well here for Houston Heat and all that chaos. He was the guy that stayed alive. And if you go back to that point, if that was the case that Marcelo did get his shot on Chad,
Yeah.
and he got pulled off from that
Yeah,
hit, then
yeah.
that completely changes
Changes
the
the
story of the
situation.
game.
Oh, well, you better believe that Ryan Greenspan and Rusty Glaze are right down there now talking to Jason Trozen and the ref, giving them a mouthful.
Well, that might be something. I don't know if we caught that on camera, and we'll see. But
I didn't see anything break off Chad.
yeah, that was the thing. I didn't see a definitive hit.
Because sometimes it goes into your
yeah.
into your shoulder,
Yeah.
and goes under the tank, so nothing flies away, but it flies in. That's
yeah.
what might gonna happen out there.
Yeah.
Good call. So, man, got ourselves some good games here as now Impact takes the field against the Tontons. That was a long point with Heat and the Expendables. But here we go, point number 4. Edmonton Impact on your screen with their breakout. Nick Laval up and over all the way up to the center 50. The ref running in to check out Gravelon. Well, thank you, ref. Man, that stinks.
What? He
Well,
pushed him away?
Yeah, when Gravelon went to go move up to let the ref check him, I mean, you got to play tight, but he put his gun up and he got shot in the gun doing it. That's the only complaint, Krill, I have about some of these refs here is they get into you so tight in your bunker.
So much.
It's like, hey, man, like you don't need to be. We had a point the other day where a ref literally stopped a player as he was making progress. There was 14 seconds left in the game, and he grabbed him to stop him to check him.
Wow.
And then he let him go. And I was like, man, just give me the penalty if you think I'm hit, but I'm going to continue to play.
Okay, so far it's 4-4 again, and
One for one on Rainey Stanzak. Wow.
Rainey
So,
second time.
This ref has
penalty.
done this before where he's seen the guy get shot, called him out, and then gingerly turned around and gone, oh, hey, guess what? You're out. Rainey not going to be happy about that, but now should be a one-body advantage for the Tontons
And they have a 1-point advantage.
And I hope that Axel knows about the central structure where Nick is playing his power game right now. His super game that he's really good at.
Ooh, and I think Nick Laval gets a shot
Shot
on him. You did it. You did it.
Yeah.
You called him out, man. Look at this. Krill getting his first commentator curse. Nice job. Welcome to the club, baby.
Black Cat.
You know that it doesn't work this way.
I
yeah?
know.
I don't know,
Hey,
man.
I'm the way
mean-
I always say that same thing. I'm like, I don't really believe in the commentator curse, but this event particularly, there's been a lot of them.
Wow. Oh, wow, Matt. Crazy. He went into the corner, then he suddenly realized that there is a central bunker. He knew that if he keeps going into the corner, central bunker will see him, and he stopped in the dead zone of the small temple and made all the way up into it.
And
I
that's-
wonder.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. Matt Jackson just keeps finding a way to make it work out there. Even if it wasn't the original plan, he still
does.
is finding a way to make it work.
I'm actually surprised. Keith Brown, who's been
Keith
in the
Brown
50
is
snake.
again at the 50 snake, yes. And right now we have a fight of super experienced Sava with 2 AC guys against Leval.
Keith Brown and Yakimek.
And Yakimek, yeah.
Yeah, this is a solid 3-on-3. Better field position, obviously, for impact. As
For
they have those
impact,
spots.
yes, correctly.
Boom. Yakimak getting shot, trying to make
Wow,
a move.
yeah,
Grab
and that's
uh,
by Matt. That's
Jackson.
a long shot by Matt. Oh, wow. And Matt didn't say about this G, actually, and it looks like Tontons are playing to just waste time.
Nick
Just to waste
Laval.
time.
Huge tactical retreat for Nick. He goes all the way back to the can from the center structure.
Yeah, now he will try to run up into the T-back side.
And that's the other thing I don't like is I understand the ref repositioning himself,
But he shows exactly
but he
what's
shows
happening.
the move.
And there is an insert, 2 refs who can easily look at that.
Yeah, and look at he's
Yeah,
following him.
Come on.
Well, this is one of the big differences that the NXL is trying to implement. So before in Europe, it was man-to-man coverage, like in
Okay.
basketball. What the NXL does is zone coverage.
Zone
So once a
coverage.
player goes into your zone, you're responsible for picking him up. You don't follow. You're not supposed to follow players around. Referees are supposed to watch specific zones. That way, you're not bird dogging players' moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever Tontons doesn't know that they got the body advantage and there is nobody at the T-back side. Right? Only now, Nick managed to make this way over there. And shall see if he's gonna be luckier about jumping from T-back 1 to... Yeah, he is luckier. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to. His time is ticking down. Tauntauns do have the lead. The score is 2-1, so...
And what I need to tell you, AC guys together with Tava is making the same mistake as they did in Las Vegas and in Chicago last years. They got in the advantage, they stopped attacking and stopped advising opponents their game. That's how Impact twice managed to take the advantage, and actually that's what's happening right now too. And Danner together with Tavar is playing against the Snake. No need. Danner needs to keep going down the T-back side.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
He's looking
come on.
for it. He's looking for it from D2.
Come on, but aware. And
hey,
now
he listened to you there, Kirill.
Well, we'll see what
he's
happens
gonna
here.
be shot. He's gonna be shot by Leval.
Ooh.
Question is-
Because Leval is much quicker at the 50. Oh, he's much quicker at the 50 bunker.
Colombo getting checked out. And look at this.
No, Leval is a G.
Yeah,
Leval
no.
is
So Laval comes off. I don't know
It's
if he.
2-on-1.
So
It's
it looks
2-on-1.
like it looks
It's
like
2-on-1.
it is
Yeah,
2-on-1 right now. With the advantage goes to the Tauntauns, but then it looks like
Wow,
Keith Brown, nothing
yeah,
he could do there.
Yeah, okay.
So so hey, Kirill, Danner proved you
Danner,
wrong.
yeah, he made good. Well, they took. How's that? The homework. They did the homework.
Well, you obviously want to have multiple functions in your game. You can't just play one way, right?
Yeah,
you can't
sure,
be predictable.
sure,
and
sure.
And that's what I like about Danner. Danner keeps getting better and better. I talked about this yesterday, and also with Matt Jackson. I don't know where their top end is. You know, it's like the younger guys on your team. I don't know where they're going to get to, how good they're going to get.
Danner and Matt are the perfect examples that you can get better without any physical super conditions. It's just in your mind and in the way how you feel the game. Look at Matt. He's little fatty, but he's super dangerous out there.
Krill,
Danner
you're coming up and
is
announcing
just-
this from here on
just,
out.
No, seriously, he's
I know.
skinny, he's calm, but come on, he's doing his job really well out there.
They're both dominating out here this
And
weekend.
that's the perfect example of paintball. You don't need to be super powerful, super muscle. You just need to play the game and shoot your gun.
The gun is the great equalizer. It doesn't really matter how big or small you are. So let's get a look at this here. You can see the ref comes in. There's Gravelon. So the ref's going to slide in. Gravelon's tucked in his spot. The ref's going to come and check him out here. And so Gravelon's
And
like,
Gravelon got a shot, ricochet shot.
Yeah,
Ricochet
bounce
shot. Because he opened up.
Yeah,
the
so
Rico,
that's
the ricochet.
boo on the refs. Let them play.
So on the breakout here now with the Expendables.
Ooh, Matty Kling thought he might have taken one in the gun going up there. He looks to be good. Refs, though, checking out Mishka.
Houston Heat with a slight lead, but look at this. Only 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. The Expendables going to have to push forward here pretty soon, as they cannot just sit in their bunkers. They have to push forward. Houston Heat with the lead. Not a lot of time left. They still have about a minute to let things develop, but don't look for much out of Heat. Just look for the tips of barrels and the edges of goggles.
That's all you get.
It's enough time. It's enough time.
It is enough time.
And Expendables are really good at making ties in the very last seconds.
Yeah, they've had multiple times. I mean, they've won one game with 1 second left, so you never know what's going to happen out here. When Ryan Greenspan and the rest of the crew from the Expendables, as we've seen all tournament long, they've been able to pull in these come from behind victories. There's Houston Heat on your screen, doubling up that back center. And just guns rolling, just carrying extra pods, and never stop shooting your gun. Put as much pressure as you possibly can.
And it looks like Houston Heat decided to burn the last time in a game. They're not pushing anywhere and giving chances for the Dynasty guys, to take all the bunkers. Both of the teams started narrow from both sides, but right now Expendables are having the width at both sides of the field and the central structure. What sets a lot of pressure on the pocket game of the Houston Heat right now.
Yeah, they're stuck in that pocket, and the Expendables starting to spread the field out as they have Yosh Rao in the back bunker, but under a minute to play. Marcelo wants to go, but
he should go. He should go. No one can cover up him right now. He actually is supposed to be at the Snake 50 already by that time.
So right now he's contending with Chad George in the stand-up, who's trying to pinch him out of there. Marcelo knows he needs to go. Marcelo's definitely not going to end this point, the last point in that bunker. I can guarantee that. He will attempt to run. Matty Kling in the center also needs to find a gap to run through too.
Yeah, wondering if Matty can wrap around the snake side and get a shot on the back.
I would prefer to wrap around the T-back side because
Okay.
you're going to set so much pressure on this can.
Well, there he goes. He's now gone past the 50.
Well, a body has dropped for Houston Heat. There goes 2 bodies, and there goes 3. Here comes the opportunity. Just 2 players left
10
alive.
seconds.
And we'll see. I don't know if they have enough time. They're going to have to launch. And here comes Yosh Rao. Yosh Rao's going to cannonball up the center. He gets 1. He gets 2. Do they have enough time? They got to sprint it in. Matty Kling. I don't think they had enough time.
No, but what? No, the sound was much quicker than the time that we see over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, our clock.
Yeah,
might be
Like
off.
2 seconds.
yeah,
that
but-
was a 2 seconds
No,
difference.
our clock is
Our
a
clock,
little
yeah.
beat
Sorry.
off.
We should have told you that beforehand.
And yeah, so unfortunately, it looks like for the Expendables, they are about a second too late there, as Matty Kling was, I mean, he was a half a step away from hitting that buzzer when we heard that horn go off. So a heartbreaking loss here for the Expendables, as another dramatic end to the game for them. I count that, I think that's 5 or 6 for them, 5 for sure. They've played 6 games. This couldn't be any closer, but it looks like Houston Heat's going to punch their ticket to the finals.
Well, I mean, they did play great, and that's the one thing, too. They had how many games come down to the last second?
That was a
All of
great
them.
defensive execution by the Heat guys. That pocket game is really hard to perform, but you need to have a skill to perform it really well. Like all 5 players need to perform it really well. Okay, we got enough time over here to make the situation even too.
Yeah, 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Definitely, that's enough time to play a few points, and Impact's going to need it as they're down by 2. But the referee's
Impact.
going to pull out Zane Yakimek.
Zane is having a bad day today. But once again, we have a duel of Levi against Axel. Levi is hunting Axel, and I wonder if Axel not going to make the same mistake again.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Laval
think
won the
Keith-
last battle.
I think Keith just got shot at the top of his head, so Keith getting shot, trying to come
Oh,
around.
and Key gets shot.
from
Yeah,
snake
by the
one to
back
snake
center.
two.
Because right now Tava was standing and shooting over.
There we go, conceding the point.
Uh,
So now a 3-point lead. Tauntaun's going to go up 4-1 against Edmonton Impact. Ooh, baby.
Tauntaun's looking pretty good out here, man. I don't see a lot of chinks in their armor. Gravelon is playing incredibly consistent and aggressive. And then you have the combo of Axel and TJ Danner on the D side. And Matt Jackson has played almost pretty much flawless this entire tournament. And then, of course, you have Fabrice Colombo, who's one of my favorite French guys. So, I mean,
he's a legend.
Yeah.
With all the input that he has done to paintball in his life, just that story when he traveled in US without knowing English language back in 2004 and 5, just to get a chance to fix guns, eat a pizza and Coke every day, and get a chance to play with Philly Americans back in those days.
Yep.
Crazy. And right now you can see him, and he's showing a fantastic game.
yeah, and like just like yourself for the Russians, if you don't have a veteran who's a calm presence, a wise presence to help craft that young talent, it's tough.
It's not only about the calm presence, it's also about the energy that you bring to the people. It's
Absolutely.
really important.
Yeah, well, it's like coaching when you're coaching or you're a veteran on a team. Some younger guys, you can yell at them and they'll respond to the challenge.
Yeah,
Other young guys, when you yell at them,
Yeah,
they'll
press.
put their head down and get depressed. But that's up to you as a veteran, as a coach, to know how to talk and how to speak to your
And
younger players to get
believe
the
me,
best out of them.
Tava is having a great energy, and he knows how to do that. Sometimes there might be some hard times, yeah, but usually he's very good in this. Like, when you look into his eyes and see this desire and this energy, he's like the best example of the general that you can follow.
Yes.
Because he's always giving you some energy back if you look at him and talk to him and get some info from him.
Yeah.
Incredible.
We'll see. The Tauntauns have a pretty big lead here with some time on the clock, though. 3:48 to go. Impact struggling here in this match with survivability.
Oh, wow. And Impact decided to send Monderbill from T-Bags over to the Snake side and having a strong push right now.
Yeah, they've done that a few times before. Refs streaking in on the Tauntaun side as Danner makes his way into the Drito 1. There you have it. Minor penalty out of the bunker of death. Going to pull out Danner. Immediately filled, though.
Come on!
Yeah, and it looks like so it was.
Because he thought that actually Danner is also shot. No, not Danner. Axel. He wanted to go into the corner and change the direction quickly and got shot because of that.
Well, I think the Dorito corner bunker, Krill, is the only bunker we haven't seen doubled up. We've seen the Snake corner doubled up. We've seen the Aztec, the Can, the back center, the Doritos.
Yeah.
Snake 1.
And right now, when Impact are playing the maximum of their powers, knowing that they can't step back and they must attack, they're even more dangerous than in a normal tactical standard fire long distance game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Impact refusing to roll over here, but getting a pretty big gift of that penalty.
Yeah,
exactly.
And this match is brought to you by Empire Paintball and their EVS goggles. You want to check them out for real? Just look at Edmonton Impact. They are wearing the EVS goggle system. EVS goggle offers you a cutting-edge design for all your players with unbelievable field of vision, protection, and breathability. All in one innovative goggle. You can see all the colors and accessories at empirepaintball.com. Or if you're here, just walk over to the GI Sports Empire booth, put a pair on, pay MB some money, and you got your pair of new goggles.
Yeah. I still wonder what means the unparalleled view.
Unparalleled.
But
no comparison. It's the best vision in the game.
I must say that the EVS goggles so far looks the most futuristic.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see him in a movie.
Yeah, maybe not with the clear lens, but with the black lens when you can't see like.
Let's watch this replay here at the close of that last point. You can see there was Dalton who they decided to send
directly to the Snake.
Yeah, to the Snake, and it ended up working out for him. But the big thing here was that penalty. If Tauntons had not got that penalty, they'd have had a much different story in that particular point. But Impact making the most of it. They quickly work down the field. Dalton gets that shot on the back bunker.
And then he's just going to run down and take out Gravelon in the corner. Step, step, step. Creep, creep, creep. Gonna bunker you. Gonna bunker you.
And goes headhunting right there. So Impact now only down by 2. A much different story. If the Tontons had won that point, that was probably it, as that would have been a big 4-point spread. But now, just 2 points.
The tactical trick is that when you have a point difference and there is enough time, and you think that you should sit and defend, that might be a huge mistake. Because, like, knowing that opponents need to run, you need to counterattack them.
I was saying the same thing yesterday, because we kept seeing teams falter when they went to that defensive play, and other team would just rail off a couple quick points. That play, the defensive play, it almost didn't work for Heat, too, in their match against Expendables.
Yeah. And the trick is that Gravel on his own.
Nick
And
Laval.
Nick is in there. Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if anyone knows he's there.
Yeah. I think that's Matt, and Matt knows about this.
But this 2 bodies have now come off for Impact. This is not going to help
2
their
bodies?
chances. Yeah, they've lost JC and
Keith.
And now it looks like going to try to push up on into D2 with Dalton.
Yeah, see, Matt knows about this guy over there.
And then Laval gets bunkered out, so now just 2 players left alive. Here comes the push on the D side.
Wow,
Rainey
what
tries to
a
get
shot.
out.
Wow.
That was Dalton making his way, running and shooting from the Dorito 2 to the Dorito 3. Shoots out Jackson, so now it is going to be a 2-on-3.
Well,
3-body advantage, or 1-body advantage right now for the Tauntauns.
yeah, but they're stuck in the back bunkers, and the position is all Edmonton Impact. They have Dalton at the 50 brick, and they have Rainey in the snake.
Well, they got to go.
Yeah, they're running out of time here. They need 2 points just to tie.
And no one's looking at Rainey right
no
now.
one
He's
is
got to
looking
go.
at. Yeah, and Tava, Tava is having hard times because of the bounce shot off the can, and now Denner.
He's got to go.
Well, the referee's running over and looking at Dalton. He's clean.
Yeah, because right now Denner needs to look snake, and yeah, he knows about the snake now.
I think Colombo just got shot. He did. No penalty though. So just Axel and TJ Danner left alive on the D side. It's 2-on-2.
I'm just curious once again about the time that sometimes it goes so quick and sometimes it's so slow.
Well, Rainey is going to need to sprint in to
Great
preserve
job.
as much time as possible.
Great
But
job,
Edmonton
Impact.
Impact making it really interesting here. The Tauntauns with that defensive play starting to give points away to Edmonton Impact.
Do you hear how quiet it is out here?
It is quiet, yeah. Wow.
Like, no one's cheering, no one's doing anything.
Well,
It is dead silent out here.
Because you experience right now the psychological pressure. You can feel it, that both teams are at the edge of their conditions and abilities right now. And you, Nick, quite right that you catch this moment and it's like, yeah.
That's why.
I was like,
well, that's why people watch sports. You know, when they do brain imagery scans,
Yeah.
and when you're in an MRI machine, and they show you a person riding a bike, the same part of your brain that lights up when you ride the bike, lights up when you're watching somebody ride the bike. That's
Seriously?
why. That's why human beings have so much empathy, or can possibly not. You know, empathy is something we probably need more of in the world, but that's how it works. So that's why watching sports is so compelling, because you're watching somebody in that pressure situation.
It's
and-
like
and
you-
live
it's like you're doing
vicariously.
it.
Yeah, like you're doing it. That's why it's such a potent moment.
Well, what these moments have been here at the inaugural NXL Europe event here in Chartres, France. We welcome you guys and thank you for joining us here at GoSports.com. Kirill Pridny of Russian Legion, Moscow Red Legion.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the year for you.
Russian Legion, Moscow Red Legion, Russians.
That's why I just most of the time I just say the Russians.
Well, I came over and I asked, I think at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
and you're like, Moscow. Moscow Red Legion. I was like, okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Because like last year, the Millennium Series really wants us to have a Russian Legion name. Yeah, but right now, since we're playing like Europe, it's cool to have like a Moscow, like name of the city where you're from.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, here's a question. How many guys on your team are actually from Moscow? Is everyone from Moscow, or are there guys from
We
different
have
cities?
only one addition this year who is not from Moscow originally.
Okay.
That's the Vova Kozarev. who is from St. Petersburg.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him and I was like, oh, wait a second. They got another new guy now that I got to try to learn how to pronounce his last name.
He's kind of familiar with paintball. He's well known in St. Petersburg, and he's around the European circuit too. He used to play last year with the Red Storm.
Okay.
And yeah, we just got this guy to play for us this year.
How long has he been on the team now?
A year.
Couple months? Oh, just a month.
This year.
A month. Yeah.
All right. So he's brand new.
Was he in Vegas?
No,
No. Okay.
you haven't seen.
Who do you feel out of all your young guys right now is the best?
I am not going to tell you.
Oh, come on, Kirill.
Because it's
You
gonna
call
be
Matt a fatty, you can call out your best
Come on,
player. Come on,
Kirill.
man.
All right, give me like a couple names. Gonna get
It's
like
the
one or
same
two
guy.
names.
It's the same guy who
Okay.
I'm always telling you
Okay,
about.
all right. I know who you're talking about. But Smotrov's, look, I believe in his talent, but he's too inconsistent, man. Like,
All right,
we
let's
need
not worry
more
about him.
consistency
He's
out of
19
Smotrov.
years old. That's why.
I understand, I get it, and I just believe in his
Oh wow,
talent.
JC made all the way to the his shot.
It's a big move, though.
Big move, yeah.
So now this is it right here, under a minute to
Tava
go.
is getting shot at the back center bunker for the third time.
So struggling here in this match, Colombo, but they still have 4 players alive to try to keep the attack.
And
Impact.
Gravelon, whoa.
It's not looking good here
not
for the
looking good.
Tontons.
It's 100% AC Dallas curse.
Yeah, God, yeah. So Impact trying to score 3 unanswered points to tie this one up and take it into
Yeah,
overtime.
That's what I'm telling you.
Just TJ Danner alive
No,
over
that's
there
it.
on the D side of the field. And he's about to get run down by Rainey. And then here comes Laval sprinting in to hit that buzzer with just about 11 seconds left. So I don't think we're going to see enough. They'll come out. We'll have 2 minutes. They'll burn off the 10 seconds for no reason. And then we'll head to an overtime point. I doubt we're going to see any decision made in those 10 seconds unless we see a major penalty. So it's possible.
Hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet. I don't think it's ever happened, to be honest, in those 10 seconds. But regardless,
Well,
it's just the story here is
statistically,
Mm-hmm.
and out from the energy that we feel right now from the field, Tontons, Impact are having much higher chances right now to win this overtime.
I think so too. They have the momentum right now.
It's not only about the momentum, it's also about the strategy that the Tontons are doing 3
Well,
points in a
Impact
row.
is asking to burn the time. We have yet to see that actually happen. Almost all these teams, Kirill, have wanted to play. So it looks like they're going to do it. So we're going straight to overtime here. And again, this match is brought to you by the EVS goggle system. Superb breathability, amazing protection, and unparalleled vision. I'm going to send that for you, Kirill. You want to check those out, go ahead and look at Edmonton Impact. They are wearing those this year, the Empire EVS goggle, or go to empirepaintball.com. If you're here in Chartres, France, you can walk over to the Empire GI Sports booth and check those out. They are on the wall along with the V-Force Profiler and Grow.
Well, you can see the frustration there on Matt Fuzzy Jackson's face as he was kind of shaking his head, realizing that they really let Impact back into this match. It was 4 to 1 with 3.5 minutes left.
Exactly.
And I have to agree with what Kirill said. He said that you can't have the strategy where if you know the other team has to push to play defensive.
We said this yesterday too.
Right, we got to fight
So I
fire with
couldn't agree
fire.
more.
And well, Kirill, you pointed out earlier. You know, they had that situation where it was a 3-on-2 between Nick Laval, Keith Brown, Danner, Tava, and Jackson.
Yeah.
They had the whole Dorito side blown, and Danner sat cross-field the whole game.
I think this because this layout has a lot of big bunkers and that really big back bunker. It was deceptive. So teams would think, okay, we'll have a great. We can hold up. We just put 5 bodies.
They didn't burn 10 seconds.
Well, they
will.
might have. Again, can't trust this. Sorry. Our clock might be off. We'll see, though, because if the horn goes off here.
Yeah, so it looks like they are just going to burn that time
they
off.
didn't burn the time.
So
Why do
they
that,
had
but-
them play. Interesting. I thought Jason asked to burn it off, and I assumed the Tontons
I believe
agreed.
Tontons decided to play
Well,
those 10 seconds.
I don't know. Why would you
Play it?
think? Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I got a really good lesson were experienced like 2 years ago from Damien Ryan from Infamous. He used to be in Infamous back in those days. And we were playing some team. I believe it was Houston Heat. They were leading by 1 point. It was like 10 seconds to play left before the match was over. And we wanted to say no, but they say, come on, keep playing. Maybe they're going to have a major.
Yeah.
So 10 seconds
That's
are
all-
always giving you a chance
To get a major.
for another team to get a major.
That's pretty much the only reason
Well,
that 10 seconds.
The
is
only
played.
reason I can think of, too, would be if you had a second line and you wanted to rest your starters for an extra 2 minutes, because now there is an
Also-
extra 2-minute break.
also.
That's it.
Yeah.
But we saw
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
And
wasn't
that's
paying-
actually what the Impact just did, because I didn't see Brandon Cornell in that best 5 that just brought 3 points in a
Right,
row.
Yeah.
So I believe they decided to give a chance to breathe out to Keith Brown and Vanderbilt.
You're right.
So-
And
Do you guys know if there will be a match for the 3rd place?
There will be.
There will be.
That's what I was told that yesterday. So
it's on the schedule.
yeah, it is. You guys will be playing. Yes, you will. There is a 3rd and 4th place match.
So Expendables gonna play someone over here.
How do you feel about that? You think the 3rd and 4th place game should be
It's
played?
good.
You
It's
like
good.
it?
Of course, it's competition. You can suck in the semis, but still win the game.
Well, I was
And what for do we travel around the
Well-
world?
well-
Extra match is fantastic.
Well, I said that to
There
Matt.
you go.
So Matty Kling, I was talking to the Expendables before their match with you guys, and they had asked the same question, and I told them that, and then I said to Matty, I'm like, look, it's basically the best and yet most expensive practice that you can get, because we're flying here from all over the place, and they've set up this pretty field, and they
Oh.
have all these referees, and you might as well
Oh.
play the game.
I want to say, yesterday I got a chance, like hour and a half, to walk around the Chartres.
The city?
Yeah, the city, the historical part of the city. And I was so thankful for NXL to take this spot for the tournament, because it's not only about paintball, it's also about the culture, it's also about traveling. It's amazing city center out there with so many fantastic little streets like from Narnia, for sure, and so many bars out there. So I believe that all players that not maybe French players who pretty much familiar with such kind of a small towns and
Yeah.
small cities around, but all others will love it. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, we went into town too, and the cathedral here, to be honest, I think puts the cathedral in Paris to shame. The cathedral here is amazing. It's a spectacular structure. And
You
it's
should
800 years old.
Come to our house.
Yeah, and I believe there is some history, like heavy history over here, because the Orléans is not so far. So maybe Jeanne d'Arc was somewhere around over here.
Well, here we go. Overtime point. Edmonton Impact taking on the Toulouse Tontons. It looks like
Yeah.
Dalton Vanderbilt
CJ
getting shot on the
Danner
break,
shot.
but then Danner getting shot, so each team
Nobody's
loses a
looking
body.
snake. Nobody's looking snake.
Well, if you yell louder, they'll hear you.
Keith Brown does make it into the snake, and here comes the move up the center for Nick Laval, and he's able to get the shot on Colombo. So now 3 bodies alive.
Yeah, and once again, Axel got shot by the Snake 50. Impact. The
So-
experience, the combined experience that these guys are having, together with the anger.
Well, Keith Brown,
No.
No.
It's 1 against 3 at least.
yeah, it is. It looks like the impact is. Well, Gravelon is trying to get something done in the Snake 1 here, but he's looking at too many bodies. This is going to be really difficult for him.
Waiting for Keith Brown here to drop the hammer. All he has to do is either look to the tape or run the highway.
Well, Keith Brown is just focusing inside.
I don't think he knows.
Yeah,
Keith has no idea.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Now he
does.
does.
And now he
Rainey told
knows,
him.
yeah, because Rainey told him exactly.
Yeah, Gravelon's about to get shot
There it
by
is.
Keith.
Wow.
What an amazing comeback from Edmonton Impact.
Wow.
As they were down 4-1, and then they rail off 4 unanswered points in 3 in 3.5 minutes, and then take themselves into overtime. And as long as Keith Brown is good to go, then
That's
they're going to win this
a
match.
very important psychological feature. Sometimes anger makes you make more mistakes than you usually make, but sometimes anger is a fantastic driver to boost your best abilities and your best
Well,
skills.
and the road is long. This is just the beginning of the year. Look at the frustration on the faces of everyone in the Tontons 1,000-yard stairs and just the dejected looks.
The frustration is because they made the same mistake as the AC Dallas has done twice against the Impact.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And again, Kirill, you pointed out perfectly when it was a 3-on-2 and Danner was just in the Dorito.
I
And they had the
believe,
opportunity to go.
yeah, I can say that there might be some troubles with the informational flow inside of their squad because French guys for sure speaking more in French than in English. That's why maybe Mats and Danner are not super in, the informational flow out there. That's why they might stuck and not take their active decision on the information that they receive constantly while being like in a pool with Americans at the field.
Yeah, so, man, Edmonton Impact, what an amazing comeback. They punched their ticket into the finals, going to be taking on Houston Heat, so the stage is set for the most important game in the tournament. And Kirill, thank you so much for coming up.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, guys.
No
that
problem.
was cool.
Love having you come up anytime that you want. And now we're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back with more action coming at you here from the 2018 NXL Europe Chartres Open. I'm Matty Marshall with Nick Soviak, and thanks to Kirill Perini from Moscow Red Legion. We'll be back.